Hello students, today we will study Chapter 3, The Desert from Class 7th, an Alien Hand book. The Desert is a story that revolves around deserts. It tells you variety of facts about deserts which are unknown by many people. Many people perceive or think that deserts are the land of sand and that has the problem of scarcity of animals and water. Means people think that there is shortage of water and animals. However, deserts are important habitats for many species. A desert is generally without vegetation and water. Let's see the summary of the chapter. A desert is generally without vegetation and water. Moreover, a desert may be too cold or too hot. An oasis seems to be a green island in a desert, as you can see in the image. Plants and animals of deserts can survive on less water. They do not need much water like the normal plants on plains. However, many other animals and plants cannot survive or cannot live in deserts. Deserts hold significant importance in the great plan of nature. They are not useless pieces of land on earth, as many people consider them to be. Many people think that deserts are the useless part of land, but this is not true. Desert appears beautiful with desert plants and flowers. Whenever it rains, the sight of the desert can be quite rewarding, which is similar to that of any tropical garden. Dear students, many people hold the opinion that a desert is nothing more than an endless stretch of land. Furthermore, people have this impression of deserts that they are dry, thin, waterless, hot, and without shelter. So, people hold a negative opinion about deserts. They think that this is only a vast land and it is dry, thin, waterless, hot, so it is useless. In contrast to general opinion, means opposite to this general opinion or view, deserts are beautiful places on earth. Furthermore, deserts are home to a variety of plants and animals. It is certainly a rare, precious sight, means it is a beautiful scene when there are desert bloom or flowers exist as rainfall takes place. Means when it rains in desert, the desert is covered with vegetation and flowers. The scene looks so beautiful. No difference exists between the desert and tropical land. Now you might be thinking, what is tropical land? Isn't it? Dear students, the tropical land refers to the land that is found between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. You might have studied that in geography. See this image. Did you remember? So, the land between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn will be called tropical land. And as it is near equator, it will be so hot and warm area as the deserts are considered to be. Deserts are filled with hills or mountains, but not necessarily a flat land. An oasis is similar to a green island that one can find in the middle of the desert. If in desert anywhere you find the water or pond, what will it be called? It will be called oasis. Deserts may consist of green plants and trees. Such plants and trees certainly provide comfort and shelter. Furthermore, deserts can also consist of springs. Means if any person has gone to desert, he feels comfort when he reaches to the oasis and to the greenery. A desert is a hot region, but it also can be a cold region like Ladakh, as you can see in first image. And some deserts are almost totally without water. In such places, strong winds blow, raising heaps, that means collection of sand, and depositing the sand as mounds. You can see in places the sand is collected like hills. These are called sand dunes that shift and move endlessly across the desert. Few plants can live on such dry, shifting sands. Living things that are desert adapted means that are having a habit to face the environment of desert are able to deal with the scarcity of water. And scarcity means shortage of water. Such animals are able to survive because they require less water for survival. Means the plants or animals that stay in desert, they need less water to live. Camel is a desert animal that is known as the ship of the desert. This animal can survive without water for days. Camels drink plenty of water at one time. You know one interesting fact about camels? Camels also sweat very little and can bear high body temperature. This is because the bodies of camels are different from our bodies. We, unlike camels, have to sweat to keep our bodies cool and maintain the appropriate or right temperature. Smaller desert animals hide underground burrows. This allows them to escape the extreme desert temperature. Furthermore, these animals get water as per their need or requirement from plants and the moisture of meads. Other smaller animals eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Dear students, desert plants like cactus are able to store water thanks to their thick stems. Such plants lack deep roots. They do not have deep roots, and so they absorb rainwater because they are close to the surface. Variation of temperature and dryness are distinct features of deserts. The moisture of the humid climate is missing in the desert. Due to the lack of this blanket, desert lands heat up rapidly as well as cool off rapidly at night. So, what facts you got to know? That the desert plants like cactus store water in their stems, and the thorns present over them does not allow the water to evaporate, and so they can stay without water for many days because they store water in their stems only. And the second thing is why the desert becomes cool very soon and how it also gets heated very soon. It becomes warm very soon. There is a reason. I am repeating it. The sand in the desert gets heated up due to this high temperature, but it continues as long as the sun is high up there. Means if sun rays falls over it, it gets heated up quickly. And as sand cannot hold the heat for long, this is the quality of sand. It gets cooler as soon as the sun sets. It means in front of or in the presence of sun rays only, the sand gets heated up. And because this is the quality of sand that it cannot heat up for long time, it becomes cold in the absence of sun rays. So you see, the desert is certainly or surely a gift of nature to everyone. As such, its importance is the same as that of other gifts of nature like forest and ocean. How forest and ocean are important? The same way deserts are also important. And most noteworthy thing is, one must not detest or hate deserts, but rather should consider them as a blessing of nature. So at last, I want to say that the desert story sends a powerful message about the value of deserts and why they should not be despised. Despised means underestimated. Means we should not underestimate the deserts. We should not think that they are less valuable, as you have read this chapter now. This chapter is introduced to tell the value of desert. Hope you understood the chapter. Thank you very much for watching the video.